Hello YouTube and fellow DC Comic fans! I'm Kelly One Shot, and this is the Post-Crisis Podcast. And today, we're going to talk about Batman 78 from DC Comics, written by Tom King, with artwork by Clayman. Okay, so we actually start this issue off near the beginning of Batman and Catwoman's relationship, where Batman has actually caught Catwoman and he is applying bandages to her, and we kind of see the beginning of their relationship. Then we actually go to the present day where the two of them are on some tropical island and they're both in long canoes or kayaks and they're paddling through the water. They're actually, Selina is questioning whether or not Bruce is ready, whether he's still okay. Bruce says that he's fine, and then the two of them ultimately just kind of have light conversation as they figure out what their relationship is. They're hanging out on the beach, they're having drinks, they're having a good time, giving a little vacation before they get ready to go back to Gotham City. But it also turns out that they're here on the beach for training, so Bruce can get ready again. And then we actually see that the two of them are trying to climb to the top of a mountain, and they're wearing their Batman and Catwoman suit, and the two of them are trying to make their way to the top, and Selina actually says that she still has the ring, and Bruce says it's not his ring. Selina says that she should have gave it back. Bruce says he doesn't want it. Then Selina says she feels like a thief, and the two of them kind of go back and forth, and they start talking about their early days in their relationship, and it's like cute here. They're bonding, they're rekindling. Bruce gets to the top of the mountain, he reaches his hand down, pulls Selina up, and the two of them get really close, and yet nothing happens. And it's kind of frustrating. Then we actually see the two of them sleeping. They're both in different rooms, though the wall in between is very thin, and Selina says that she can still hear Bruce's heart rate, so she knows that he's still awake, because the only time he ever lets his guard down and drops his tension and his heart rate is when he's finally able to go to sleep. And that's a moment that she actually kind of loves, because it shows that Bruce has at peace for at least a little moment while he sleeps. And then the two of them kind of like reach through the wall at each other, and they hope that they can be together essentially. But yet Selina says go to bed. Bruce says he can't. We then actually go to the next day, and the two of them are standing rather close together on the top of a waterfall as they start discussing their relationship again. And then Selina jumps down into the waterfall, and Bruce follows right behind. As they land in the water, they have this really intimate moment where they're really close, and Selina takes off Bruce's mask, and the two of them are about to kiss. And then as she gets her lips as close as possible, she says no. Then she swims away. Bruce puts his mask on, and he's like, alright, whatever. And then he swims after her. Then we actually go later on that night where we see that Selina is talking about she actually imagined the two of them as an older couple, and that they had a future together, that they were still Batman and Catwoman, just a little bit older. They actually had a daughter together, and this daughter was also a vigilante. She was someone who was much like her father, and she would always get into a lot of trouble trying to save the world and help everybody, making friends along the way, but ultimately being alone forever. And then she actually mentions that the daughter was also a rebel as well, but then she says that the day she jumped off the top of that roof, she killed that future. It died, and she thought that it was fine. She was a hero. She was doing the right thing, sacrificing her needs for the needs of everyone, because everyone needs Batman. But then as she thought about it, she realized she wasn't fine. She kept seeing the two of them together. She tried to forget, but everywhere she looked, there was Bruce. She says that she spent a lot of time crying and low-key hoping that Bruce would just show up and that everything would be alright again and that they would get back together. But then she realized the problem is she wasn't a hero, because heroes don't cry. Heroes don't wait. And that's what she did, was she waited and cried and just hoped. And then Bruce says, you know what? I waited too. I wept too. I was hoping that you would do the same thing for me and that you would come back. So clearly they want the same thing. Then we actually go the next morning where we see Batman and Catwoman. The two of them are training once more, and Catwoman is catching the batarangs that Bruce is throwing at her. But she actually says, you need to throw it faster. You need to throw it harder. You need to throw it like you mean it and that you're ready to take on Bane, because Bane's not going to stop. Then she actually tries to egg Bruce on, and she says, you're angry. Pretend that you were this close to happiness and I took it all away from you. Pretend that I made a decision for both of us. Pretend that I decided to be alone forever so you could be Batman forever. Throw it at me and I will always catch it. Then Bruce actually takes the Batarang, throws it into the sand, and he says, "No, Cat, you didn't do this to me. I was afraid that I couldn't put anyone above the vow. That's why you left. You knew me. You knew that fear. We were close, and we didn't make it, and it broke me. But never in all that time did I blame you. You believed I needed to be alone to be Batman. You believe this because I believe this. But Cat, I had to be brought low, near death, and brought back to finally see you. To finally see if it's true. What if both of us? Maybe we don't live because of the hurt. Maybe we live to fight the hurt." And then he actually tells Catwoman that he's not fine. Everything's not fine. His world is dust without her. And this actually brings the two of them together, and they have this romantic kiss on the beach, and it's this great panel, and then they kind of just have a little playful back and forth where they talk, they say how they're together again, and well, they don't say those words, but they kiss, and that's kind of the end of the issue, and we get ready for Batman number 79, which is one of 6 issues left in this series, if you're not counting the follow-up series of Batman Catwoman, which is going to be a 12-page issue series written by Tom King as well. Pretty much going to be the official actual end of his run if DC Comics didn't end his Batman run at 85 instead of 105. Either way, I thought this issue was cute. It really didn't do too much. It was more of a romantic back and forth. We see this more personal side once more of Selina and Bruce. You take it for what it is. I'm sure we're going to amp up to some epic battle, and I don't really know how this series is going to end, but I'm waiting and wondering, and I put a lot of time into this series, so let's see what happens from here. As always, I'm Kelly One Shot. You can check out this video here, like and subscribe if you enjoyed, and let me know what you think about the series as a whole and as this particular issue. You can actually also find me at comicbooklegion.com, where there's this video, many other videos I've made, as well as excellent reviews and different contributions from many of our contributors on our website. Once again, I'm Kelly One Shot. Take care, have a great day, and goodbye!